tēnā tātou. Here we are on the beach, not far from Whangaroa, Mahinepua. Our kōrero today is around the use of different tohu to determine what weather's coming and what our risk is of taking our classroom, our kids, our school out into the environment for EOTC or for health or physical activity programs, so that the kids can be involved in determining whether it's safe or not to go. Now, there's a number of different tohu that we can look for and used to look for that have lost their profile amongst Māori, but this is to introduce some of those to you today and reintroduce some of the ideas. And some of the things you can see over here are our birds, our manu. Some on the beach earlier and some along here, by noticing which way they fly, the direction that they need to head to take off and the direction where they land and how they turn when they're flying will tell us what the dominant wind is up high and down low, so we can figure out what our risk is. In general, we're going to have our highest risk from Rakamaumau, our atu of a southerly wind, whereas Mawake, who's our easterly wind, will generally be a bit easier going and a bit more mellow. So manu will tell us a number of those things. The other thing we look to is tangaroa or kiwa, to see whether the colour of kiwa is changing and to see how much of the surface of tangaroa is being moved by different aspects of tāwhiri mātea, less so by tāwhiri rangi, but some of those other children from tāwhiri mātea as whānau. Further examples we can see in some of the rākau that we have over here, and you can find these on your school grounds, but they'll tell you the direction of the wind and the intensity of the wind. If we look over here towards this camping ground, you can see the harakeke there. The harakeke will move at 1 to 5 knots, so it doesn't take much to shift the harakeke. But as you come down into some of the other trees that you'll see around, our pohutakawa, when it's in its full size, takes a lot more to move a pohutakawa, so we're talking usually 10 knots up. Tōtara, kahikatea, kauri, they all need usually 10, 15 knots up before they're going to move quite a bit, so that you can notice that. So we have our manu, we have our wai, we have our rākau, and we have taitanga pēpeke, which is some of the insects. You can see one flying past here now. It'll tell you what kinds of weather are coming by how they engage with their environment. So punga were, when we see our spiders backing up into their whare, often a sign of weather on its way. If we see insects in places where we don't often see them hiding from different weather patterns, those are indicators as well. Lastly, we can look to the heavens, to the ātea, to this, up into space there, to find out which things are doing what. Rākura's got the mana out today because it's shining into my eyes, so I know that I'm going to need more parawhenua mea, which is water, to be able to counter the mana of Rākura. The shapes of tū kapua are shifting, so that tells us a lot about what the weather, the air patterns are doing further up and what the wind is doing. We can see the colour change over behind us of tū kapua is darker, so we know that Te Ihorangi, who's our atu of rain, has been through here recently, and that has been the case earlier. So you can go to the weather forecasting internet station, the Met Service, but tohu that we recognise as Māori work equally well, and it allows our children to take control of some of those pieces of knowledge and decide for themselves and work towards that with their own classroom. Kia ora.